There is an old piece of advice for those seeking enlightenment. It suggests that true answers come from learning to live with the mountains, rather than simply escaping to them. After a 10-day silent retreat, Mr. Iyer returns home with a performatively calm demeanor. He carries the internal belief that he has been completely fixed by the absolute silence of the peaks. That sense of tranquility meets an immediate challenge. A door slams, a phone rings, the television blares. The mundane, chaotic reality of a living household instantly collides with his polished state of mind. His version of peace is highly conditional. It depends on his ability to exert absolute control over his environment and the people moving within it. A peace that relies on silencing everyone else is merely a fragile ego protecting its own comfort. Conflicts in the household play out in the space between spoken words and repressed emotional truths. When Mr. Iyer shouts about a geyser being worked on, his external lecture masks an internal anxiety over losing his grip on the household order. His daughter Kavya absorbs the lecture in silence. Her unvoiced internal exhaustion reveals the silent toll of his predictable outbursts. During a lecture, Mr. Iyer's dominant verbal output expands rapidly, while his wife's sphere represents years of unacknowledged emotional labor. His 15-minute monologue to an unresponsive room functions as a psychological shield designed to block any challenging feedback. In this dynamic, Mr. Iyer's direct dialogue acts as a weapon of ego, leaving the family's subtextual silence as their only means of endurance. The tipping point arrives on day 4. Kavya offers a gentle challenge to his rigid expectations, successfully puncturing his performative enlightenment. Mr. Iyer immediately adopts a defensive, victimized posture. His ego flares up to protect his deep-seated insecurities from this sudden exposure. Alone the following night, his internal narrative begins to collapse. The wise Baba's initial warning about living with the mountains begins to echo in his mind. He confronts the reality that he was expecting the world to conform to him. He was the actual source of the household noise. Character growth begins in the uncomfortable void left when the stories we tell ourselves shatter against the reality of how we impact those we love. By day 6, the household triggers remain the same, yet the internal response to them has begun to shift. When the geyser incident repeats, Mr. Iyer replaces his rigid assumptions with a genuine, vulnerable question about who might need the water next. By prioritizing listening, he creates a safe space. This shift in the storytelling dynamic prompts Kavya to actively invite his participation in her life. This mutual engagement dissolves the toxic subtext, replacing years of silent resentment with authentic connection. On day 8, the resolution becomes personal. Mr. Iyer openly admits the flaw in his performative tranquility to his wife. His wife provides a clarifying emotional truth. His frustration was the painful friction of his own unmet expectations. True sadhana, or spiritual practice, lives in the chaotic, empathetic navigation of everyday human connection.